And welcome everyone to ICA TV on a bit of a gloomy day. I think I'd say that every time. We do live in West Wales in the UK, so it does rain quite a lot. That's why it's the green country. But ICA TV is, we're a little bit international today. We're very excited to have Andrea with us, and she's going to explain her business. And actually, she's going to explain where she is, because I am totally rubbish about geography. I can get from A to B here in the UK, but actually across the pond I would be totally lost. So I will hand it over to the person in charge.
Sure.
So welcome, my darling, to ICA TV. Tell us about your business and where you are.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. So yes, my name is Andrea and my business is Andrea Liebross Coaching. It is very tricky name. And I am in the US. And I live in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is in the very middle of the United States. It is about 3 hours drive south of Chicago. So if anyone has ever been to O'Hare International Airport, it's about 3 hours drive from that. That's where most UK people might have been.
Yes, the biggest airport I've ever been to.
It's
yeah,
big.
absolutely.
It is big.
That's very cool. Welcome. And thank you for doing my hard bit, because I don't know how to say all that. So thank you so much, darling. So coaching.
Yes, coaching.
Ooh,
so I coach women business owners who are at different stages of their business. And I coach them in a couple different ways. But the similarity with all of them is that they are wanting to get their business and really their life, because I do business and life coaching, and is in all capitals. They want to get themselves to that next level of growth. So whether some of them are just starting out and they've got the idea and they've maybe gotten a business card, but that's it. Then I've got people who are kind of on the other end where they've been in the business for a while. It is definitely profitable. They have grown a team of people and they are struggling to get out almost, and thinking about succession planning or even exit planning. And they're so deep into the weeds that they can't even figure out what this might look like, what this business might look like without them.
Wow, I think we're very similar to what we do, which is pretty amazing. And that sort of touches the sort of thing I go, people might think, why am I talking to you? Why are you on ICA TV when we're very similar in our businesses? And I believe, and hopefully you do at the same time, is actually, talking to people who are in the same process as each other, you never know what's around the corner. You don't know what the business our businesses will turn into, or we might just become really good friends, and there's always a win. Always a win. Yeah, always a win. And I believe that that big and in the middle, your life and business.
Yes,
and
I agree.
Very important.
Yeah, you never know, really. One of the things I tell my clients a lot is you never know where the opportunity is going to be, whether that opportunity is a connection, is a profit, is a new client, is a new idea. You really don't know. So why do you think thinking about things as obstacles is not always the best thing? Actually, I would probably argue never a good idea.
I think it stops us.
It does.
It does. We don't know. It's a bit like walking down the street and speaking to somebody. Mm-hmm. You don't always go, what they after? You just want to speak to somebody. You have to hold a conversation. Big thing in ICA. Hold a conversation, chat to somebody, because you absolutely, have no idea. They might need your help. Actually, it could be the opposite. To grow is amazing.
Yeah. Sometimes I use the analogy of a roundabout or a rotary. What do you call them in the UK? The circular
roundabout.
Okay. So when you get into those roundabouts, there's a yield sign. There usually isn't a stop sign when you get there. So just because it's kind of an obstacle in the middle of the road, you yield. You need to manage it, to navigate it and go around it. It's not a stop sign. Correct. So if we think of everything as stop signs, we'll never get anywhere.
I suppose it's an energy thing if we're going to go down that sort of road, isn't it?
That's true.
If you stop every time and then have to think and stop every time and then mull and worry and then stop every time, you're not actually going to get that flow of energy.
That's very true. It's probably less gas. You're using less gas to fuel to keep going, right?
I like that analogy. I think it is, if you do stop and put a full stop and then have to regroup every time, it's a bit, I think it's a little anxious as well.
I would agree. And what are we scared of?
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe it's the fact that people are worried about spending money or being sold to, whatever that actually means, or to share an idea. Maybe they're worried about sharing.
I think worried about sharing, potentially worried about people. This is an interesting concept because I had a client say, well, I don't want to tell them what I'm working on, right? For fear of they'll take it or steal it. But I said to her, what if they have something to add to it versus take it or steal it? What if it was a win-win for everybody?
It's like joint ventures.
Yeah, joint ventures. Exactly. So we don't really know when we have a conversation with someone what's going to happen.
I love it. I'm just having a little internal, you just don't know. I like it. And just don't know. Not to be scared of going, let's have a chat.
Right.
Have a virtual cuppa.
Right. Why not?
Why not? I also had a conversation with somebody, a client the other day, and they were saying about, but it takes so much of my time to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I understand it takes time, but again, this is your job. This is your business to hold a conversation,
right?
To learn, to grow, not to sell something.
Yes.
So, and again, that's, I suppose, part of your business is letting people come out of their business when they're in it.
Yeah, it is. And I think that also wouldn't it be great if all of our business came to us, right? That's what people think. It should just come to you. But here's a different way to think about that. By having a conversation, the business is coming to you in a different way. They're not necessarily Googling and up pops the new clients, right? Right? Which happens once in a while, but it can't happen. It doesn't happen all the time. This is just another way of the business coming to you. They see it as taking up time when they should be spending it on other things. But this is another way for business to come to you.
Totally. I suppose we're in a different realm now. I believe that we're this social world, anything, is banded around, and we're actually still quite private people.
We are kind of private people, right? And so sometimes these conversations are anxiety provoking.
Maybe. Yeah.
Right.
What's the term? I don't know if it's Mr. Robbins or whatever, but getting out your own way.
Yes.
Yeah. We sort of stand up and go, no, I can't do that because it's not done. Maybe that's UK. It's not done. We don't do it like that.
Right.
But I think the world's shown us. We don't know what's going on out there. So let's do something different. Which is I think that's very exciting.
Yeah, doing things different is that's actually interesting you said that, because a lot of times my clients will say, well, I just want more whatever. And I'll say, do you really want more, or do you just want different? Because more puts a lot of pressure on us in a way. Like we want more connection, more profit, more success, more time, more whatever. Or do you just want a different way to use your time, or different connections, or different opportunities? Totally. That's usually what it is. It's not necessarily more.
Again, that's a positive look. If we keep striving for more. One of the things I was saying to a lovely lady the other day, and they were talking about, more profit, more this, more that. But it might not be more as in profit, but you can think about what it is that profit's going to give you. You know, if you've got enough, is there ever enough is another question, you know, but if you've got enough to live the lifestyle that you want, or got enough to step back from somewhere so you can do something different. Yes. That's, in my head, that's a win. I would like to be able to go, oh, we'll stop today because we've got enough to do the stuff that we want to do. Do you have to be a 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure number coming into the bank account for you to do the things that you already do?
Probably not. Or you know, what's a better question is figure it out. What number do you need? Absolutely. Because a lot of people don't want to do that. They're like scared of even figuring that piece out, right?
Just that little bit of money thing. Money's a topic, isn't it? Dodgy topic. People go,
it's a dodgy topic. No one likes talking about it.
Why can we not be open about something like that? Probably history.
I think a lot of it has to do with history, way, you know, how we grew up has a lot to do with how what our views are on money. But I always like to say, you know, money is just a neutral object. Money's neutral. It's not positive or negative. It's not a lot or a little. It's just a neutral thing. Yeah. It's just a thing. And we can think about it any way we want. Right. So when someone says, I don't want to spend that amount of money on whatever, that because it's a lot. Okay, well, you know what, whether it's a lot or a little, that's an opinion. Okay, so we can't even argue there. Nope. But I always like to say, well, what's the value you're getting, and how do you interpret the value? Totally. Right. Have you ever heard of this experience? I think Tony Robbins did this, where he, in his audience, he asked people, he was actually live on stage somewhere, and he asked 2 women to hold up their purses and explain to the audience what they loved about them. No, and so, okay, so one woman pulled up her purse, and it was like from, well, in the US, like a Target or a not very expensive. Okay, kind of like a mass merchant. Yep. Okay, and she said, "Oh, I love this. I love the fabric. You can wash it right off. I love it because it has these 2 pockets. I love it because it's big. I love it. It wasn't very much money. I just love it. It's perfect." Then someone else holds up their purse that's like a Louis Vuitton, US $3,000 purse. And she says, "Oh, I love it. I love the fabric. I love the pockets. I love the size. I love how it can hold everything." So identical. The functions of them and the things they loved were the same, right? It's just, and both were thrilled to spend the amount of money they spent on each of them. So the value is all in the eye of the beholder. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think if we're holding tight to this money thing, I mean, really tight, again, that's energy. It is. We just hold it because we don't give it, we don't receive it, we don't do anything with it. It's just this whole bundle of anxious stuff. Anxiousness. Yeah, just like, guys, this is important. We need to keep it. We need to save it. Right. We need to have it for that rainy day. Yes. Whatever that is. Yes. Yeah, it's very interesting. I have a term, whether I could share it on here. People know me now. But we have an oh shit fund. Oh shit fund. Okay. An oh shit fund. And that's the oh shit. When it all hits fan, we know that we can get out of it. Which I would share to anybody, to look at their finances, whether it's business or personal. Yes. And go, what is it that I need to get me out to get me out of it? And I think business is a little easier. Well, however, people do hold on to their pennies quite tightly, especially with training and coaching and support, I feel. Yes. Why does that? Why do you think that is, especially with training and coaching and that kind of stuff? I think it's because they're scared that they're going to invest and not get anything back.
I think they're scared because I'm looking up, I'm thinking, you can tell, because they have maybe had a bad experience before, or they've heard a story of a bad experience. As a coach, I don't brand myself as a coach, but I am, as a coach. I help, I support, and I hold hands, and we do all sorts of stuff behind the scenes. But I believe if you're not getting the benefit out of that, then you're in the wrong place. And you don't know that unless you dip a toe in.
Right. And you're not, and if you are not getting the value out of it, then to be honest, I always say it's up to you, the customer, client, coachee, to either ask, right, or make a switch.
Absolutely.
Those are the two options. Do you think that sometimes people are afraid to invest money because in that kind of, and also feel like, oh, now I'm really going to have to do something?
Oh, that's touching a different subject, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're, nearly said it, they're fanning around, they're doing stuff, and then all of a sudden they go, actually, I've got accountability now.
And I think that goes back to women especially, who then say, well, I'm going to run this by my partner or my husband or whatever. And then
permission.
And then they want that husband or partner to say, oh, it's a great idea, which they often either will say, sure, whatever you want, or they'll say, can't you just do this on your own?
Or how much? Yeah.
And then I think we all want like someone else to kind of be in on it with us. So if it fails, then, well, you told me that it was a good idea.
Nothing to do with me. That's slippery shoulders then, isn't it? And I've had no way when I was growing this business. I've never done it on my own. I've always had somebody.
Right. Me too.
As a coach, I've always had a coach to learn from, to experience, to ask questions, to clarify my head.
Yes.
Because I think all of us, put it out there, all of us, there's so much going on. Sometimes it's hard to see the wood for the trees, as the term is.
Totally. Absolutely.
For somebody to ask a specific question, you go,
oh, I never thought of it that way.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And that will move you forward 10 times faster.
Right.
Than to be, sitting every evening, not even thinking about it, or not going forward. Or accountability, like that word.
So
maybe that's a scary place where people don't want to swap a few pennies.
I think it is. So they resist that because they know it's kind of getting real if they probably invest.
Yeah, I definitely, my first decision to have a coach, it was a bit, intake a breath.
It is a little bit, it kind of makes you a little, I always say if your stomach doesn't have butterflies, then it's probably not. If it does have butterflies, it's a good thing.
Yeah. When you have to go, okay, it's a bit exciting, but it's a bit scary. It's a bit, okay, let's do this. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely. And I suppose that's being brave as well, and knowledge about you as a person.
It is. I think it is being brave. Yeah, a little curious.
Yeah. It might happen, it might not happen. But there's never, ever a full stop to that, I think. I think there's always movement.
You're right. I think also if we talk about training and coaching, you evolve with that too. So the coach that maybe you started with got you to a certain place, and then you're ready for something different. It's nothing bad about what happened in the past. Nothing had to have happened in order to.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's just a growth thing.
It's just a growth thing.
Yeah. I was talking to Graham, people who are watching ICA TV. Hi, everyone. Graham, my other half, he's our tech team and support here. We go, actually, my coach now, I said, I feel that we need to move. I feel we need somebody somebody else, not to leave, but I need somebody, because we have so many ideas, so many plans on ICATV. As I shared with you, Women of the 21st Century, which is a project that we're going to be diving into in the next 12 months. And it's like, I might need somebody specifically for that. So it's not being scared, is it? It's about going, let's bring it in. Let's give it a hug.
And there's the opportunity piece, right? There's why not ask around? Why not see what other people think? Do you need someone else? Do you not need someone else? What value would they, what would you like them to help you with?
Like that value word.
The value, yeah.
What value is somebody else bringing into your business?
Correct.
And that's that, whether it's a movement thing or it's a profit thing or a time thing or a exit plan thing, what is it that you need?
Yeah.
And that's that value swap, isn't it?
Right. And sometimes you don't know what you need until you start talking to someone.
Bravery, just ask.
Yes.
People need to talk to people. Okay. Maybe you should just put it out there. For goodness sake, guys, hold a conversation with us. Somebody like us. Might not be us.
No.
As a coach, as a business coach, as a female, both the same, both females.
Right. But what's interesting is I'm always referring people to other people because I am not the coach for everybody for every situation.
Absolutely.
So might as well ask, who do I know that, who do you know, Andrea, that could help me with this? Right.
Yeah, it is different, isn't it? Because ICA is more marketing. It's about getting your name out there. It's about organic attraction of clients. It's social media based as we're going that way. So that is part of ICA, which is not anything like you do.
No, it's not. I'm doing more of I'm doing a lot of the mindset piece behind it. Right. So I always say there's the tactical side of your business and then there's the mindset side. And you need both. It is not one or the other. Actually, it drives me bananas. And I bet this drives you bananas too. When someone says, oh, I'm just going to now invest in someone to help me do all of my social media. I don't need mindset coaching anymore. I'm only going to just invest into social media because that's what I really need. I would say you totally need that.
You do.
But you're forgetting, can't forget about this piece over here, this mindset piece, because that's what's going to hold it all together so that you can actually make more, I don't want to say use, but you're going to get more out of the tactical piece if you have the mindset as well.
You get the benefits, don't you?
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. We do quite a lot about mindset in ICA. However, we balance that life and that business side of things. I can remember back in the day, long time ago, when I was 21, I wish that was a long time ago, far too long ago. But starting the business, and it was like you need a business card, you need a website, you need this, you need that. Actually, you don't.
No, you don't.
Right? You put it out there. You don't need these things. What you need is your idea, and you need to know how to get to your ideal clients, however that is. And some of those skills need to be learned. And if you're not willing to learn them, you can do the long route. I think you say route.
Route. I don't know. I would say route probably.
Route is that you can learn it, can't you? You can go online.
Yep. You can
download all the stuff and listen to Fred, Joe, and Harry, and that might work and that might not work. And you
buy a bunch of courses. You can buy a bunch of courses
online. Keep doing it. The online ones you download and then you never reopen.
Yes. Yes.
Look for them out there, and there is a place for them. But if you're not that sort of person to keep going over and redoing, then you might might need a little bit more support.
Right.
But it is the whole concept of this, handing over money, handing over something to grow as a person. And I think mine's the quickest, as in, I think it's the best thing is to do the quickest route.
Yes, I agree.
Because I think personally, put my hand up, I will get bored very quickly if I have to research and research.
Me too. I don't want to.
I just find it really
not in my
boring.
Desire zone at all.
I'm no, I'm really, really bored about it.
I agree.
And you go, if somebody could tell me how to do it and it works, then I will pay for that. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. Right. If it doesn't work, then we have to ask the question, what is the person? Who is the person? Right. Have I asked the right question? Because I might not have done that. You know, so hands up. If anybody can help me with things that I'm asking for, then I ask for them.
Yep.
Because life is too short.
Yes.
And I am not 21, surprisingly, anymore.
I thought 22, but
okay, thank you. You're my best friend. You're best friend from all the way.
Your best friend.
It's cool. Have you got anything sort of like a hint and tip for a business owner that you could share that's actually going to take their maybe thinking or their direction forward? On the spot.
Yeah, I think a question that I've been asking myself lately is when I'm disappointed about something or it doesn't seem to be going the right way, whatever that looks like, what if you ask yourself, what if this is actually, like, let's pretend you didn't get a new client. Well, what if that is actually the best thing? What if this is exactly what's supposed to be happening? What if you lost that opportunity, but really you gained something else? So I was asking yourself, like, what if this is good,
the way,
great, better? Yes, the way.
Meant to be.
Meant to be. And that can go for what if you were supposed to meet this person?
Oh, absolutely.
What if you were not supposed to meet him, right? So what if?
What if you make the right decision, wrong decision, a decision? What
if you make a decision, right? A decision.
Just make a decision, right? Or
just make a decision.
Because there's never, I don't think there's any wrong, ever any wrong decision.
I don't think so either.
Same page. Wow.
Sounds
Do you know what? This has gone so fast.
Yes, it has. It has.
Absolutely disappeared this half an hour, my darling. It's been a total honor.
It's been so fun.
It's really cool, really cool. I mean, we're on the same page. Yay, we like it. We like it. If you are out there, my darlings, and you are a business owner, probably because that's why you're here, and you are thinking about a decision, thinking about talking to somebody, worried, anxious, just if is the right decision to make to talk to somebody, you know, I think we're both here going, just do it.
Just talk, because you learn just from talking. I always say just the conversation in itself is worth it.
Oh,
right.
Yes. You don't know. You might get, you know, the best thing. I'm going to say best thing since sliced bread. Not that sliced bread is brilliant, but you might get exactly what you need, or you might be able to give somebody something that they need. So I'm putting it out there. Conversation, talk to somebody. Let's get chatting over a virtual cuppa. Maybe.
Why not?
Something for you. So I am going to just thank you. Bad time.
So much. Thanks for having me.
No, it's been great. ICA TV is for our business owners out there to share their story, but also give insight about what they do and their thought processes. And people go, oh, I just need to talk to you again. You know, so let's do this, ladies. Let's talk to people. If you want to talk to me on ICA TV, it rhymed a bit, didn't it? That was quite good.
It did.
Like that. Come and shout. Put your hand above the little parapet and go, Trizza, interview me. You don't know who's going to be watching and you don't know where it's going, but you might be able to have another amazing conversation with somebody else. So I'm going to love and leave everybody. Your mission is to contact us if you need a conversation about your business. If you don't need a conversation, but if you just want to know where Chicago is, reach out.
That's right.
We never know. We could find ourselves there one day when we can get on a plane. Oh my God. Love to everybody watching. Thank you very much, my sweet, for joining us today. And anybody out there who would like a interview with us, do shout. So keep safe, everyone, wherever you are in the world. And it's been an honor to talk to America and Andrea today. Thank you, my sweet.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.